This video covers how to mend a large hole in a pair of running tights. When mending running clothes or other sports equipment, there's a fine balance between durability and appearance, and you want to avoid chafing concerns. You want your patches to be invisible, but you also want them to hold up to the strain of whatever athletic activity or effort you're putting in. This patch is meant to be functional, not particularly decorative. The technique I used for this patch is kind of similar to the sashiko mending techniques, but in a very functional sense. The sashiko can be very decorative. It's basically bonding two pieces of fabric together, just using a small little running stitch in parallel rows. There's a few takeaways, though, that I would emphasize. First of all, you want to use small, evenly spaced stitches because they look the best. And secondly, this fabric has to move and stretch, so don't make the stitches tight. A little bit looser stitch, a little bit lower tension is going to be much more functional, and your patch is going to move with your fabric. That's why doing this by hand works so well. Though I kept my stitches loose, I did put a little bit of tension on the patch fabric because when I'm wearing the garment, there's a little bit of tension on the garment fabric, and I wanted it to match. So what this means is when I'm not wearing the tights, you can see the patch more because you can see puckering in the fabric more. And that's good because then the patch isn't pulling in and puckering when I'm wearing it. This type of hand stitching works best when you're relaxed. If you're tense or stressed, you tend to make your stitches a little tighter and it doesn't work as well. I could have put a golf ball through this hole. It was huge. And when I zoom in on it, you can see it. You can see where the fabric is missing. And my knee was also missing at the time. And this is a really secure patch. I patched this probably a few months ago, and I've run in these tights a bunch of times. I've thrown them in the laundry. It's not peeling up, it's not fraying, it's really secure. This patch is not invisible. You can see it, but no one notices it. When I'm wearing it and moving around, it doesn't stand out and it's not noticed. But in the light, and I'm zoomed in on it, you can see it pretty clearly.